A beautiful human being. She's kind, she's generous, she's funny, she's warm, she is the best. We love you, India.
Yeah.
I obviously was one of the many fans of Bridgerton and was so excited about this. But I want to start off just with the world of Bridgerton. There's such a thirst for it. Why do you think audiences are so captivated and intrigued by this world?
Dare I say the pandemic had something to do with it? You know, I think we were desperately in need to escape for a little while, desperately in need to have something thrust upon us that we could connect to, that we could relate to. You know, I think the world had been starved of beauty and fantasy and glitz and glamour, and Bridgerton came along at just that right time.
You know, I think there's something about there being a little bit of a longing for a time when people came together in person, when men came to call on people, when you had sort of rules about dating that felt constrictive, but now, since there's no rules at all, I think there's something interesting about people trying those on.
You know, I think there is something really beautiful about the fantastical element of it. You know, it is a world that looks similar to ours in that, you know, it is a period piece, but it's a world that never existed until, you know, the books and until Shonda Rhimes kind of put, you know, pen to paper. And so there is, I think, this beautiful element of being able to escape into a world that is just visually stunning and, you know, elements that kind of pique our curiosity as humans, but are also low stakes so we can enjoy it with like our friends and family. I think now with Queen Charlotte, it's going to be a bit of a explanation on why we're able to enjoy all of these beautiful parts of Bridgerton. You know, the diversity, the balls and the gowns and everything. It's paired well. It's a good meal.
The way that I think about it is it's almost like animation. You know, it's almost like Pixar, and not in terms of the complexity of the story. I think Bridgerton, especially Queen Charlotte's complexity is, you know, far outgrows Pixar. But what I mean is that there's enough separation from the reality that we live in that the themes and the emotions, they're more easily accessible from the audience, because I think the audience is in a position of increased safety, and that safety induces suggestibility. So you're more open as a pair of eyeballs, basically, that you can be more easily wooed or saddened. You're hit, I think, more by what it is that you're watching sometimes when the world is slightly distanced from the reality that we know.
It's a wonderful form of escapism. It's a world that really pulls you into it. It's, for the most part, filled with joy. And then the other thing is it's a show that celebrates diversity and inclusion in a way that I really think has set the tone for shows that are currently being made. So it's a bit of a trendsetter.
And early on, Queen Charlotte was a fan favorite. So I was selfishly excited that we were going to be getting a whole series just on Queen Charlotte. But why do you think early on people gravitated so strongly towards this incredible woman?
I think because she was a powerful woman who seems very comfortable in her power. And she says what she thinks. She tells it like it is. I mean, I love that about her, that she's very, very direct and straightforward.
The other thing that came across when I speak to fans is those intimate scenes with George in Bridgerton. You know, we only see a glimpse of it, but those scenes were the ones that the fans would really, really connect to. So now to be able to give them her as a mother, her as a wife-to-be, to really see behind the scenes of Bridgerton, to go on that journey of the why, the where, the who this person was, and how she became the person that we know and love in Bridgerton. All of that stuff wrapped up in Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. I feel very privileged to be able to give that to them.
It's where magic happens. Now, if both of you had the chance to be king and queen for a day, what would you do with that day? India, you can start.
I'd love to do some volunteering, I think. That's one of the best things I think that the royals do, is like give their time, and they know that their status allows them to make changes that most normal people from the public wouldn't be able to do, or even to kind of create, I guess. So hopefully make some change if you can do that in a day, or at least try and start some kind of change.
A beautiful human being. She's kind, she's generous, she's funny, she's warm, she is the best. We love you, India.
Yeah,
and I know everyone is going to be obsessed with her.
Yeah, rightly so.
Rightly so.
What would I do within that day? I would definitely dance, These are the things that I miss out on. I always say to the choreographer, when am I going to have my own ball where I dance, where I can dance with a man or Brimsley or somebody? And also like horse riding as well. I do go horse riding, but I'd love to learn to side saddle because I think that's how Charlotte would ride. So it's all those things that probably I don't get to do in the series, I would definitely do in one day.
You know, I think I would fill it probably with making a lot of like policy changes. I think I would use that power to create the world that like I think is best. And I'm probably wrong, but it would be amazing to be able to like try something that I think would be inherently for the betterment of people and see what happens.
I'd probably spend it like being pampered or something, trying to sleep, trying to get my nails done. Or maybe I'd make a bunch of proclamations to completely change my country. I don't know. It depends on what kind of power she has.
I hope you guys are ready because the original Bridgerton was a massive hit. The cast all became massive stars. Are you guys ready for all the attention? You guys, India, the whole crew?
I'm kind of hoping that I quite like my life as it is, so there's quite a daunting prospect, but we've all got each other. We're all such good friends. I think we're going to hold each other's hands through this this next bit.
And it's it's very exciting. It is very overwhelming, but the fandom is so supportive and loving of this whole show, and we feel very loved by them. So I hope we deliver on that front.
Like the video? Then hit the button, or better yet, drop us a comment. Then check out our latest videos here, and don't forget to subscribe by hitting the button here for more celebrity interviews and entertainment news.